morning, everyone. It's Andrea Trank from Heaven Lane Healing and Creative Arts. And I'm in my kitchen this morning and I'm preparing to make some stock. And today I'm going to use just vegetables in my stock. And that way I'll have some stock in the refrigerator and some stock in the freezer. I'll freeze some as well. A lot of times I make a bone broth and sometimes I make just a chicken stock, but today I had a lot of vegetables, and really you can use pretty much any vegetable in a stock. And I'm sharing what I'm doing partly, well, I'm lonely, I'm by myself. And so I'd love to interact with other people. And all my fondest memories of my mother were in the kitchen cooking. So whenever things went wrong, you could fix it with a good cooking session and a good meal. And I'm finding I'm doing that, and my children are posting pictures of all the food they're cooking. So they're following in that fine tradition. And then I spoke with my brother the other day, and he's also cooking up a storm. And so it seems like my mom did pass this on to us, this love of being in the kitchen and love of cooking. So I'm going to start by heating up. I'm going to use coconut oil, and coconut oil has a very high smoke point. In general, what I've learned is that you should use oils in your cooking that are solid at room temperature, and then they melt. And so while I love olive oil and I use olive oil all the time, I use it now to drizzle on afterwards, or I use it in my salads and things like that. I try not to cook with olive oil. So I'm going to start like a clump of my coconut oil, and my stove can heat things very fast, but these pans that I'm using the lead-free ceramic pans. Actually, you can't heat them up fast. You have to heat them very slowly or you'll crack the ceramic. So I'm starting off slowly heating up the coconut oil. In the meantime, I have already pre-cut a lot of things. I have pre-cut some shallots. I have my ginger peeled, but not cut yet. I have my turmeric peeled. And I think what I'll do is scrape the ginger and the turmeric in. And then I'm going to add actually clumps of carrots and clumps of celery. And then I have these greens that I bought at the farmer's market. They look a lot like a lettuce, and when I talked to the lady at the farmer's market, she said the inner portion people use as a salad, and the outer portion people use in soups and stews. So I've taken off the outer portion, and I'm going to throw that in the water. And literally, you could use anything you have in your refrigerator. The other greens that I have that felt like they were starting to go bad, and these all came from a farmer's market, so they have a pretty long shelf life or refrigerator life, and I'm putting them in my smoothie maker, and I'm going to grind them up into a green juice and add some other things later on. I will use a juice like this for 2 days in a row. So I will do a juice today. Mark and I will have a juice, and then I'll save the rest in a glass jar, and tomorrow we'll drink it again. So, 2 days is, you can still get a lot of nutritional value out of whatever fruits and vegetables you're going to put in there. So it is taking a while to heat up, like I thought it would. So I would love to interact with people, and if anyone's watching, ask me questions. I am thinking about doing somewhat of a a cooking program as well. These are all I have so many skills to share, and it's just a matter of figuring out the technology. And for instance, like you all can't see my stove. So, but you can see, somebody is commenting on I need to be able to see if I can see the comments, but you can't see my stove, you can see me. And I have to figure out a way that you can see the stove and me so that this can be a real cooking class that is actually beneficial for you. But in the meantime, I'm just playing around with all this live video because next week I will be launching my live yoga video streaming service. The videos will be live and then they'll be available for the rest of the day recorded, and this is my way of moving my business from in person to online, and we'll see what goes on. I still have a lot to share, and I want to share it with people, and I think this is a way to share my passion, my love, my skills with anybody who's interested. So I'll probably sign off now. I might put a picture later on of what the broth looks like and give you the rest of the steps in still pictures because this is taking a long time even to heat up. So have a really healthy day, cook, stay home, enjoy the beauty of nature, especially here in Florida. We're experiencing such beautiful days. And one interesting thing I noticed is when I took my walk yesterday with my pups, even though we were keeping safe distances from people, people were acknowledging each other and waving at each other and having a little more conversation. And so the silver linings in all of these things, be safe, but try to keep your stress level down by eating nutritiously, doing yoga, meditating, and doing things that you love with people you love. Namaste from Andrea at Heaven Lane Healing and Creative Arts. Have a wonderful day.